today I finally hit the lowest of the low. I was literally ready to go do that hot shot intentionally. So
What's a hot shot?
It's that shot that puts you up.
Oh. How you doing, bro?
Good.
What's your name?
Shawn.
Hi, Shawn. You know what else?
Yeah. Make it a little easier.
You know what I mean? See me. Are you homeless?
Yes.
Okay. How long have you been homeless for?
Roughly 10 years.
10 years.
Yep.
How has it been being on the streets?
Most of it was out in Gloucester, where I was born and raised.
Okay.
I mean, most of my life I was just, smoking pot, dealing with mental health issues and, family problems and whatnot. And unlike a lot of people, I didn't go through the pills, the benzos, the party drugs. I went from smoking weed to sniffing dope twice to shooting dope for 10 years. And now, today I finally hit the lowest of the low. I was literally ready to go do that hot shot intentionally. So
what's a hot shot?
It's that shot that puts you up.
Oh.
But
what happened?
I went to Project, what do I call it? Went to A-Hope.
A-Hope?
A-Hope.
A-Hope.
Yep.
Okay. Is it a shelter?
No, it's where it's a harm reduction. They do like clean works and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then the program next to it is PASS, which is Project Addiction something. I don't know. But the people there were very rude and ignorant and whatnot, and it just, I was going through one of my manic bipolar moments, and I flipped out and whatnot, and I left to get away, and the lady left work, got in her car, chased me down, almost hit me with her red Mercedes SUV.
What? Was it a lady who worked there?
Yes.
Why was she chasing you?
Because while I was there, when I was freaking out, I was like, "You're lucky you work here. Otherwise, I probably would have fucking whacked you if you just the way that you've been treating me and everybody else the last couple of days. You guys say you open at 7:30, but you sit in the back room until 8:15 talking about personal drama."
Oh wow!
I go, "You're here to help other people, not to talk about your personal drama." It's like, you gotta learn to check that shit at the door, like every other recovery specialist.
Right.
Whatnot. So I did what I was taught, which is, step back, walk away, and then come back when you recollect. And she chased me to the car wash, literally pulled up on top of the sidewalk, like this far from me, almost hit me with the car, and fucking I turned around and tweaked out on her and whatnot, told her that I was gonna punch her and whatnot, but I walked away because thankfully I grew up in a loving, caring family with all girls. That I'd never change for the world. And then when I heard you guys were doing this, I was like, I have to speak on it, because
absolutely,
even if I'm not helping myself with it, I'm most likely helping somebody else that's going through the same thing, that doesn't understand how things work and how things go on and whatnot. So if I can do whatever I can, I'll do whatever I can.
That's awesome. Appreciate that.
I mean, I had 2.5 years sober. Like 3 years ago, I did RCA Danvers. I did their detox, I did their CSS, I went to Tewksbury TSS, and then I went to the Lowell House for like 8 months, and then
none of it worked.
It was working great, and then I thought, She got placed on house arrest, cut the anklet off, stole her mom's car, went and robbed a gas station at night point, ended up doing a year in jail, and I ended up going to detox, hooking up with a friend that I knew from being incarcerated. He was leaving the detox because of the way that they were treating him, and I was like, you know what, I don't smoke crack and I've never been on the app, but I'll go shoot dope with you down the app, because I've always been a Debbie Downer, and I like to relax and whatnot. I'm bipolar and ADHD, so I hate those manic modes.
Right.
So I've been out here going in and out of detox ever since. I mean, like I was telling him, I just did 4 months at the Casper House in Somerville, and if I, heaven forbid, if I can get into the Andrew House tomorrow, the guy that runs the Casper House is associated with Andrew and will pull me right from the detox back into the halfway house.
Wow.
So hopefully that happens and I'll be able to get my shit together again.
Definitely. So do you have children?
No. Thank God.
Well, you don't have to worry about children.
That was always my biggest thing. I can't take care of myself.
But you do have family.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I can't take care of myself, who the fuck am I to bring a child into this world?
Right, I hear you. What about your parents and your siblings?
I'm the black sheep of the family. I mean, we all talk now that they understand addiction a little bit more
Okay.
and whatnot, but we talk very rarely. But we're on good terms.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. It's good that you have contact with them.
Yeah. If I need something, they're always there for me. They may not always be there financially, but morally, they're always there, and that's what matters.
How old are you?
I'll be 40 in February.
40. Okay, cool. That's it.
Yeah, I wasted most of my 20s smoking weed. Well, it was still illegal.
Yeah, it's legal now. So, do you have any aspirations or goals or anything that you're trying to make happen?
I want to get clean and sober. I want to get back to Gloucester. I want to get back on the fishing boats. I want to get back into like auto mechanics.
That's what
hiking.
You did for a living?
Yeah.
Auto mechanics?
Well, I was a Gloucester fisherman. So,
oh, okay.
I mean, if you've ever seen the perfect.
Gloucester's beautiful. I've seen it out there. He used to work out there.
It's beautiful to be there until you know what the town's about. And
okay.
Then once you know what goes on in the town, then the ugly comes out. It's a very small town, so once you're labeled, that's it.
Yeah, like everybody knows everybody in Gloucester.
I got a buddy that just wrapped up 2.5 years in Essex County. He's doing really well, but I can guarantee you within the next year and a half, even if they can't get him on something, they'll make something up to get him. They've been arresting the kid and sending him to jail for 2.5 years. Every 2.5 years since he turned 18, and he's like 26 now.
In the last 10 years of being out here, like, what's the worst thing that's happened?
Worst thing that I've seen happen was what was on the news last year. That girl and that guy got stabbed repetitively on Accrington Street. I mean,
You saw it?
I didn't see the actual stabbing, but I seen the aftermath.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's pretty horrible.
Yeah, it literally looked like a war zone. Like, the puddle of blood was probably the size of an old Volkswagen Bug.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, the guy got the girl in the side and then the side of the neck, and she got him in the chest, the back, the side of the neck, and then the leg. So, that's when Michelle Wu came in and turned around and shut everything down.
Well, I really appreciate your time. Well, thank you again for your
no
time.
problem.
I really appreciate it.
I appreciate it too. Anything I can do to help. I'm always there to help an addict, never hurt one.
I heard that. Us too.